Welcome everyone to another session of the Product Management View webinar series. Every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, product management professionals can pick up the latest in thought leadership, tips, and tricks. Kevin Epstein is a Silicon Valley marketing executive with a Stanford MBA, a degree in high-energy nuclear physics, and several technology patents to his name. He was a founding member of 3 successful small business retail ventures and has more than 15 years of experience in guerrilla marketing tactics at such software industry high flyers as Netscape, Real Networks, Inktomi, and VMware. He is also author of Marketing Made Easy. On that, take it away, Kevin.
Thank you, James, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me, or good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. I am Kevin Epstein, and despite James's very lovely introduction, it does not take a degree in nuclear physics to do marketing, but sometimes it helps. That said, today would love to talk to you all for 20 to 30 minutes. I like to keep the presentations reasonably short, so 20 to 30 minutes, about 7 slides on 6 steps for lead generation on a shoestring, also known as building the sales funnel you want with the marketing budget you don't have. As James mentioned, I will answer all questions, hopefully, at the end of the presentation. So if you have questions that you think of during the presentation that pop up, you can go ahead and use that chat window. Again, it's the little bubble on the toolbar at the bottom left there. Use that chat window to send those questions to host, James, or to host and presenter. If there are questions that fit into the flow of the presentation, I'll try and answer those sort of as we go. It's always more fun when things are interactive. But to talk about lead generation on a shoestring, the reason this topic came up, at least for me personally, was that I worked for and continue to work for a series of small companies, most of which we've been successful at turning into larger companies, which is always a good thing. But I guess in my personal career, never had the leisure of working for an entity that had unlimited money. If any of you have that leisure, if you're at a company that seems to have unlimited funds and they don't really track what you do with the marketing dollars, give me a call because we should talk. I have some creative uses for those funds. That said, for the rest of us who operate under a constrained budget, under a situation where we have a limited marketing bank account and somebody's keeping tabs on that bank account and somebody's hopefully watching whether the money is well spent, if you have a limited marketing budget, you're a little more challenged because it's very easy to create sales if you pay people to buy things. For instance, the old cdnow.com, now part of Amazon, when it started as a startup, achieved amazing success because by using coupons and so forth, they were effectively paying people 50 cents for every CD someone bought. You could go buy a CD for $10 and then get a rebate for $11 or $12, and of course, their sales revenue bookings took off, but at a cost of some reasonably stupid marketing, if you'll pardon the phrase. So it's a lot harder to do marketing with a budget that's small and that you want to use to actually generate profit as well as revenues. So the 6 steps that over time I at least have found have worked with reference to that old famous phrase about if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door, which, by the way, I disagree with, and we'll talk about why. But with reference to that analogy, and at the risk of extending it over much, the 6 steps for lead generation on a shoestring budget are, first, finding market need. And people always use the word of creating market need. And frankly, if you're on a limited budget, you're better off not creating anything. You're better off finding where there's a need. So to use the mousetrap analogy, find your plague of rodents. Find a place where there's that need for a better mousetrap. Don't just build one for the hell of it. Step 2, build awareness. I think it's nonsense that if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door. If no one knows you exist, no one's beating a path anywhere. So step 2 is build awareness. Get the right people, not just anyone, but the right people, the people who are interested in buying, to learn about your better mousetrap and do this in an efficient way. Step 3, capturing contacts. So again, just having people interested in isn't enough if you want to sell to them. Get the name, address, phone number, and ways of reaching